Hey, man, what's going on, man? It's another day, another dollar, man. I told y'all, man, we're going to be back every morning, man. Y'all tap in. Y'all can look forward to us being consistent and, doing what we got to do and pulling out the good motivational stuff. Pain is temporary, overcoming the impossible.
And that's what it is.
And that's what it is. But listen, let me start by saying it right. Every day, God give us something to talk about, to give, to put back in the world to give y'all, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever we come on here and we give y'all our opinion and whatever God put on our heart, we want y'all to embrace it and, take it in and let y'all day be great, you know what I'm saying? So, this the purpose of us doing this, to give y'all our testimony and show y'all what we've been through and how we live. And my wife, she got a good topic today, and we're gonna let her do the thing.
Let's get to
Yes,
it.
Lord, get to it,
Y'all,
baby.
it is early in the morning, but guess what? Today's topic is about overthinking.
Yep.
Because if you continue to overthink, you would not overcome the impossible.
Facts.
So to overcome the impossible, the first thing you do the first thing you gotta do is get out your head. Get out your head.
Yep.
And I know that for a fact to be true, because every time I'm an overthinker. And I'm not trying to claim that, so let me take that back out the atmosphere.
Yep, me too though.
But I deal with overthinking. I deal with being in my head a lot because I've learned in life that I have to examine all playing fields. All playing fields. And when you're in the healthcare, you got to be detailed. Because if it wasn't documented, and if it ain't detailed documentation, it wasn't done. So I kind of took that mindset and took it into my personal world. And now when I'm doing stuff, I'm examining every playing field, every area.
It can hurt you if you procrastinate with it, and if you think too long, you'll procrastinate with it.
But people don't realize, because I didn't realize that overthinking or having to examine every area of the playing field can cause you to be a procrastinator. Not intentionally, but it does cause procrastination. How I realized that was I had an assignment due for school, and I read the instructions, but I harbored on the instructions. I said, maybe I missed something. Let me go back and read it again and do this again and do that again. But because I was overthinking, I was delaying myself from getting started, not realizing that if I had to just start it, because I was putting it off, because I was like, let me just go back and read it again, because I have 15, 20 pages to do. And then I got to do a presentation from the next 15, 20 pages. Then I got the final exam to do. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, I have a lot to do, but I have so little time. How am I going to get all this done in so little time? When actuality, once I started and completed, I looked back and was like, dang, that wasn't even that hard. And I wasted all that time going back and forth with myself mentally, back and forth with myself looking at the screen, because of what? Overthinking.
But the crazy part about that is, right, that's a normal, typical person, bro. It ain't even nothing like, you could say, okay, that's the problem that I have, but I think I do it too. You get what I'm saying? What I done done it before. You get what I'm saying? And what come with overthinking, right? You start getting stressed. You know what I'm saying? You start your head start hurting.
Yes.
You get sleepy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So all them things put together, it causes procrastination. You know what I'm saying? Yes. It causes you to get behind and not finish whatever you got to do. So when my mind started doing that and start overthinking stuff, you know what I do? I jump up, go. Cause your mind gotta always be go, 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 go.
You gotta always be on go.
Not just go just to be moving because you ain't got nothing to do. What I mean by, if you got tasks to be done, go ahead and knock it out. Boom. You get what I'm saying?
Because you gonna realize, like I said, they're not as hard as they seem just by reading or looking at them or thinking or being in your own head and thinking like, but I ain't got time. I only have these many hours in a day, and I got this to do and that to do. And let's not forget, we all have a life. Life always gonna life. It's gonna be life until the day our head get cold. So you just gotta understand that I'm gonna still have to play my part,
Yep.
and I'm just gonna have to juggle and get through everything that comes with life to make sure I'm completing all my tasks.
Ooh.
Because your task is what's gonna get you to the next level. So completing them is gonna get you from point A to point B all the way to point Z.
Fact.
Or whatever your finishing point is. It's gonna get you from A, the starting point, B, the finish line.
And that crazy, she hit up on this topic because in life and with being a human, you could be a woman or a man. We box our own brain in. And what I mean by we box our own brain in, we start putting stuff in our head that ain't even there. You get what I'm saying? Your feelings, your emotions, this stuff ain't even real. But
Yeah.
us human, we make it real.
We box ourselves in because of the fact that our brain get to doing something. Our brain get to telling us X, Y, and Z because we start not moving and thinking off of our actual facts, but we start moving and thinking off of our feelings that causing us to go into overdrive, overthinking, over emotions, over anxiety, over stress. So because you allow stress to kick in, or you start moving because of fear.
And look, stress, fear, and you know what else too? You start getting low self-esteem. All that kick in. That's
because
crazy,
you're in
bro.
competition with outside things when God already told you in competition with yourself.
Yeah, you just gotta.
Every man supposed to wake up to be a better them every day.
Yeah.
Man, woman, no matter what. And I say man, but I'm using it interchangeably. I mean, when I say man, I don't mean just the physical man. I mean women and men.
Right.
So when you get up every day, you supposed to fight to be a better you. You're in competition with you. And you might have some things that you didn't like about yourself yesterday. Oh man, I don't like the fact that I actually left the house looking a hot mess. Okay, so when you get up the next morning, you say, you know what? I didn't like what I had on yesterday. Let me go to the closet and actually pick out some stuff. Not just throw two pieces together. Let me actually dive in and take a little more pride in my physical appearance.
Yep.
Because you're in competition with you. Or how about I showed up late yesterday for work? Now you got to take an accountability and say, you know what? I'm not that employee that's going to be late. So let me wake up today and be better than the person I was yesterday. Matter of fact, let me get there 15 minutes early. I can use them 15 minutes to organize my day.
Yep.
Or the fact that, you know what? I yelled at my children yesterday. And I ain't trying to be that mama that's always yelling. Or I ain't trying to be that dad that's always yelling. Because you got to remember your childhood. What you did and didn't like about your childhood. So if I didn't like the fact that my parents yelled 24/7. Okay, let me wake up today and be a better me. And not be yelling at this baby today. Okay, if I didn't like it, guess what? I'm going to talk to you. Not like a man, but I'm going to talk to you like I got sense. Because children nowadays, they're not like our generation.
They smart.
They are so beyond, and I don't know if it's the technology or if they just born that way, if it's the milk, the breast milk, the Similac, or whatever the heck they drink. But something is going on because children these days, they comprehend and understand on a level way beyond than what we did when we was growing up. So you can sit down and have a conversation with these kids without having to yell. So if you don't like that part of you, then guess what? Make it a different you today. But you got to start here. Start by not overthinking. Because half of the time when we spaz out on people, even our children, it come from us being in our head, overthinking, being stressed. But we start taking it out on everything else instead of just going and doing the task. And I'm a witness because one day I had to go back and apologize to my baby. I had to go back and say, baby, I'm so sorry for yelling. Mama didn't mean that. Mama mind is just, I said, you know what? Mama was trying to think through how she's going to do her homework, finish work, finish my special project, work on this
See,
and do
one
that.
thing,
I said, but I'm sorry. And I didn't realize that I had yelled until after I did it. Do you forgive mama?
but one thing about me, right? I hate yelling. I just hate to yell. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes I be like, calm down. You get what I'm saying? A person that yell all day is either in fear, they either
Incompetent.
incompetent, unhappy, and just having a
They
bad
have a
day.
personal
And
issues.
once you push that stuff out, once you put your own feelings, push your own feelings out to the world, everything around you gonna be the same way.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Listen, me and her can have a great day, right? Boom. I can pick up somebody and ride around with them today, right? Take them, do a few chores, whatever. They can have a jacked up day. No matter who it is, they can have a jacked up day. And me and her having a great day. They get in the car with us and mess up our day now.
Because
Now
energy transfer,
yeah,
that junk is real.
now we stumbling, we losing stuff, we irritated, we can't get that done. That stuff is real, bro.
And you gotta understand, not to cut you off, babe, but people gotta understand, y'all out there, if y'all listening to me on this video, I want you to understand, when someone spazzes out and get to yelling and doing all type of crazy stuff, baby, it ain't you. It is not you. They got some personal issues that they dealing with. And 9 times out of 10, it's starting in here. Because they've been thinking hard about some stuff that they trying to work their way through, but they ain't even putting in the work to get through it because it's stuck up here.
They sitting there.
They stuck up here trying to replay it in their brain. Oh, but if I do it this way, I'm gonna get this. But if I do it this way, I'm gonna get that. But yeah. And then when you go to ask them, what? Why you keep talking to me? Why you this? Why you that? And you probably got a coworker like that. You go ask a question, he just get the yelling. You be like, wait a minute, I just asked him. I can get your assistance.
Or you don't know how they when you see them, you don't know how to deal with them that day because they different every day. You know what I'm saying?
Baby, it's not you. It is not you. So what am I telling you? Take your emotions, take your feelings out of it. Go pray for that person and keep pushing. And if that is you, baby, get out your head. Get out your head. Go say a prayer. Ask God to lead you, guide you, and be the head, and ask the angels to take charge over your life, over your mind. Why? So you can be the best version of you today than what you were yesterday. So you can, because guess what? You're going to run everybody in your life away. So if that's you, stop it today. Go on and pray about that thing and get out your head. Ask God to control your mind, creating you not even a clean heart, but a clean mind.
And you know, like, because, you know, that's a sin too. You get what I'm saying? And not to be judged because I ain't perfect. I know I ain't perfect, but I'm working on it. That is a sin, right? If you coming through, you jacking up people's day, and you making it worse for everybody, that ain't how God. That's the total opposite of what God wants you to do.
Nah, baby, that is the complete opposite. Why? Because God is a God of love. God is a God of everything being in order. He do not operate in confusion, foolishness, or chaos.
Yeah.
That's why my mom used to always say when I was growing up, the closest thing to God is cleanliness. She's always telling me, make sure you clean your room. If you want to be close to God, have a clean room. Because that's the closest thing you can get to God, is with a clean house, a clean heart, a clean car, a clean whatever. Clean mind. That's the because if you got all this confusion and stuff going on in your head, because that's what I'm telling you, overthinking causes your brain to do this, be in a whirlwind. And guess what? God can't get up in there. He cannot get up in there. He gonna be like, let me walk away. That's too much even for him.
Too much, yep.
Because he don't operate like that.
Yep.
Everything has order. He operates under order. So don't get in your head today. Tell God, take away the fear. God, take away the fear. Take away the stress. Take away the anxiety. Take away the overthinking. Right now, at the sound of my voice, God, I ask right now, if they are watching this video, God, that you creating them a clean heart, a clean mind on today, so they won't overthink, they won't procrastinate, they won't be in their feelings. Right now, in the name of Jesus, that they will come out of anything that's holding them bound, that's keeping them moving from point A to point B right now in the name of Jesus. And guess what? Today it
And
is done.
I pray they have the best day they can have. I pray they have everything that they want, everything that they desire. I pray that you keep them motivated and
And build a relationships
and
right
build a
now, Jesus.
relationship. Yep.
Because so many of us, Father God, have been in our head, have been in our mind, to the point that we have destroyed some relationships, God.
Yep.
Relationships that were built from you, that came from you. But because we were living in the flesh and not in the spirit, that we did not see, God, that you was doing something great. So I pray right now that you restore and renew broken relationships in the name of Jesus. Because overthinking, y'all, can definitely ruin some relationships. And I don't mean boyfriend and girlfriend ships, husband and wife ships. I don't even mean business ships. I mean the type of relationships that God put together to create or to complete his assignments. Because we all put on earth with a mission, with a purpose. But because we get in the way and we allow the enemy to come in just the little smallest of the cracks, that we start ruining relationships, burning bridges. So I ask on today that you guys get out your head so God can restore these relationships that he put in your life to help you to get from point A to point B, to help you get from the starting point to the finish line. There's a calling on your life that you're supposed to be doing. But you can't even get there because you're so wrapped up in your head.
Yep.
That you are causing relationships to burn. You're causing bridges to fall. You're sinking ships right now. And he can't do the good thing he started in you. Even though he said he will be there until it's finished. But you even tying his hands. Get out your way.
Yep.
The relationship didn't fall or it didn't fail because of somebody else or because of something else. It fell because you was in the way. And you know that saying when people get ready to break up and they say, well, it's not you, it's really me. Half the time it really be just them. Or it really be just you.
Well, but if a person say that, so that means you know better. That means you know what you're doing. So you ain't got the willpower to change yourself. Like if you know, like that just and I always call that lack of knowledge. You get what I'm saying? If I say, oh, I know I'm doing that. I know I can't do that. I know I can't do that. Even if I don't get perfect at the time, work on it. You get what I'm saying? Even if you can't change it overnight, work on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to take day by day. Every day you get up and try to make changes, it's going to start working itself. You know what I'm saying?
Man, take people at their word. Take yourself at your word. Because if you're the one speaking, it's not you, it's me. 9 times out of 10, it really is you.
Gotta change.
Or if the other person in that relationship or situationship saying it's not you, it's me, believe them. Because 9 times out of 10, they're up here. They're not thinking from a godly place. They're not thinking from their hearts. They're not thinking from true facts. They're thinking from overthinking. They're thinking from their mind. They're thinking from the feelings that have literally trapped them into that space. That's why they can't move forward with the relationship, the business ship, whatever ship that God has placed. They cannot move forward because they're stuck here, procrastinating in the mind.
You got to keep one foot in front of the other. You can pray all day, you can pray all night, you can pray all year, but faith without work is dead. You get what I'm saying? But if you put them two together, you pray and you move on what you say and what you praying on, I guarantee you everything gonna work out. That's the guarantee.
And I can tell you that because I always go back to when it was something that I was trying to do. When I was trying to be a mother, I was in my head. I was overthinking it because I kept hearing a no. And one thing about it, and two things for sure, what you constantly hear is what you start believing.
Yep.
And then you start replaying that in your head. So I was mentally stuck at a no. So I wasn't moving forward. I wasn't hearing half of the things the doctor was saying because all I got stuck on was the no. So I was replaying that in my mind.
And that's why that come with having great people around you. If you would have had somebody great around you that would have been pushing you like, no, you can do this, you can do this, at least would have gave you a little hope. You get what I'm saying? But you didn't have that comfort around you, so you just, just took in whatever you thought.
I had to get out my head. I really had to get out my head. And when I got out my head, I had to figure out what I can do to keep going, what I can do to keep pushing. And when I got out my head, I started working out. I started seeing results. I started changing the way I ate. I started doing X, Y, and Z. And then when I started shedding the pounds, the health condition that I was dealing with started to get better, started to get in alignment. And guess what? I was able to successfully conceive and carry without infertility medicine that they kept saying I was going to need. And now I have a whole 5-year-old. But I wouldn't have got there if I had stayed stuck in my mind. If I had stayed stuck overthinking. If I had stayed burning relationships. Because I could have burnt this relationship that I'm in with my husband now. I really could have. Because I was in my head. And I was so in my head that I was mad about everything because I couldn't do one thing that I wanted to do. So get out your head on today. Don't burn relationships. Stop overthinking. You want to say something? Because that's what it is.
I just let her take over, y'all. Today was our day. Today was our day. So get what? Like when we come on here, you give people a chance to express everything. Because, like we all hold stuff in. So when we come on here and release everything, y'all can relate to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I want to tell y'all to tap in. Tomorrow, we're going to come again. We're going to give y'all our life story. We're going to give y'all some testimonies tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? But I love doing this. I love doing it with my wife. We're going to keep going, y'all. Y'all tap in.
Because it's possible. It's possible.
See y'all tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace out.